Welcome to the Bearded Bama Bushcrafter. It is New Year's Eve 2021. I am out and about today. Chad, look at her flying. Appreciate it, man. Great addition to the shelter. Flagpole and a flag. Thought I would fly it today. It's a beautiful day. Kind of somewhat of a bluebird sky, some clouds. And I got some mild, unseasonably warm temperatures thanks to that climate change and COVID-19. The CDC says so. But anyway, kind of feeling crafty, so I got an idea of something I want to try to do. So y'all stand by. A lot of times when I get the idea to make something, it's in the middle of the night. I'll wake up and things will be on my mind. But this one particular item has been popping into my head here. So I thought I would try to make one today. I gotta find the proper material. So I'm down here in this little wood lot looking for the right material. Alright, I believe I found some material. This tree here. I believe this tree is a green ash. I'm looking at it here. It's hard to tell in the wintertime, but looking at the bark and where it's growing, that's a maple. This tree right here. But this is about the diameter I'm looking for with what I'm wanting to make. Maybe too big, but this is actually my first time making what I'm about to do. So kind of exaggerating the material a little bit. Let's see how this goes. All right, made my cut. Sure, I'm gonna start sweating here shortly. Now I've got to get this piece to where I can cut it down to some lengths. All right, feels good to be a lumberjack with my handsaw. Now I believe this is a piece of green ash. Fraxinus pennsylvanica, if I'm remembering right. I believe that's what they make the wooden baseball bats from that you see in Major League Baseball. It's from ash, and I believe it's the green ash. Seems like if I can remember, there was also a pumpkin ash. There was a few different types of ash, but green ash, for some reason, I guess because it grows in our area, was one that stuck in my head from my horticulture classes. All right, well, I'm gonna cut this down. Got the top cut out, made it where I could transport it easier. Oh man, it's kind of heavy. So I'm gonna cut it down again to some lengths, and we're gonna see what we can do with this thing. All right, to give you an idea of what I am doing, I have a tool that I purchased. I believe this thing, I've had it for 2 or 3 years. Some Black Raven. And it's an auger, a hand auger. I ordered this thing with the intentions of making stuff, and this is the first time that I've gotten it out to actually try and use it. So I'm going to make a chair. And my idea is to just use this auger and to make all the pieces fit together. I believe I can do that with just the auger. So I'm going to find some more pieces. I've got my 4 uprights. This is going to be the front, the back. I'll need some pieces to go from the side and then across the back, across the front, and then the other side. And then I'll have some pieces up the back here. And I think for the seat part, I'm going to use some bank line and use it to bind, to tie it down. And I guess latching or whatever it's called. I've never made a chair like this, so this is going to be interesting. And I have seen videos in the past, people making all kind of things. And as I'm sitting here sawing this wood to get it to the size where I can work it, things are popping in my mind about how to do this and that. But I'm just going to try to keep this as basic as possible. With my distractions of my brain wanting to run here and there, I'm going to just do my best just to make a simple chair. So let's see how this turns out. I have to laugh at myself. I know in earlier videos I talk about how I put things away, thinking I'm putting them safely away, and I actually lose them. I found my spoon knife. It was in the box with the auger. Just trying to look to see when I ordered this thing. And I don't see a date, but I've had it for a while. So now I'm finally putting it to use here on New Year's Eve of 2022. I probably should have stressed at the beginning of this video that I am not going to finish this chair in the time of this video. Due to the constraint of time that I have today, I'm not going to have this chair finished, but I did want to get started on it, and I wanted to talk about it. Because I've been thinking here, as I've been here at camp, and I had to get me a fire going, which it's not going completely just yet, but it is going. Camp's not a camp to me without a fire. Even in these warm temps, I had to get a fire going. But it's actually starting to cool off. I think we've got a cold front pushing in, so we're set up for a chance of severe weather throughout this evening and tomorrow. And then our temps are going to be back to normal. They're actually going to be a little colder than normal. And then they're going to kind of plane off at the level for this time of year. So anyway, I've cut me another piece of wood from that same multi-stemmed tree, which I do believe is a green ash. And I want to cut some pieces at different lengths to go up the back. So that is what I'm doing now, as I got the fire going also. See, I'm all over the place here. All right, check this out. Made me a little handle. It is muggy. I do not care for this weather. I wish we would get some good cold weather for a spell. I like bundling up. I grew up here in the southeast, but I still do not like the muggy, just real high humidity. But we get that here. It's part of it. But I'm just sitting here trying to piece this chair together, and I feel like I'm running a marathon. Sweating. I'm just gonna have to give me something to drink. I got thirsty. Alright, so I've got my handle made. I'm working on one of my cross pieces. This chair is not going to be symmetrical, but that's what I like about bushcrafting. When you make something, it's not perfect like a machine made it. You know, when you make something by hand, it has that authentic look of the handcraft. Which, I'm not a master craftsman. There are people who can do things and they look perfect. I'm just here showing you that you can get out and do this stuff and you don't have to be an expert, because I'm definitely not an expert. I'm learning here as I go. This is the first time that I have used these wood augers, this handheld one, and I'm learning as I go. I'm just kind of throwing that out, and I'm hoping I'm gonna have a finished product. It won't be in this video, but it's a start. Alright, I'm doing everything caveman style. Did caveman have augers? Alright, this is pretty cool. It bites good. Look at that. That's just, I don't know if you can really see that well on the camera, the angle there. But it is going into just like an auger should. Maybe one day, if I ever make it big, I can hire me a cameraman and an editor and a producer and all that good stuff. Okay, let's check this out. Alright, so this is where I am. Can you see that? It pulls that wood out real good. You put the pressure on it, All right, I'm digging this auger. This is the first time, like I said, first time I've used it. I don't know why I've waited so long to use it, but this thing's neat. All right, it's cool. I made my hole. That's about 1 inch deep. So let me get that angle where you can see and check out that hole. All right, so now I need to get the other piece, get it measured up, and do another hole. So that'll be my first cross piece. This is close to the bottom of the back of the chair. Okay, this is going to be interesting as this takes shape. It's going to be my bottom piece, and then I'm going to work my way up. I'm going to take about 6 pieces and go at the back. And my plan is to kind of have the back kind of go a little wider as it goes up. And then, I don't know, this is going to be the front. I don't know if you can use your imagination there and see. But I'm going to have to fit these pieces together, and I'm going to need a mallet, a wooden mallet, or a rubber mallet. For when I get all the holes drilled, I want to get them moved into one side, tap them in, and then take the other side and tap it together. And I'm probably going to use some kind of wood pin from the outside with some glue to hold it together to make sure the chair holds together. But I believe right now I'm at a stopping point. I'm running out of time for this afternoon. But this is something I wanted to share with you guys here on New Year's Eve day. Tomorrow, I cannot believe it's going to be a brand new year starting out for 2022. I know I've been talking to a lot of people, and the past 2 years have been real crazy. I've shared in some past videos that for my family on a personal level, we've had some things we've had to struggle through, and we've lost some loved ones, and it was pretty hard on us. And you know, we're not alone there. There are people, I've noticed some friends here of late. Some of my high school friends have passed away. Some friends from high school, their parents have gotten sick and have died. And this is a tough time. It's tough any time of the year when you lose a parent. I remember when my dad died. That was a real hard time for me. But you know, time kind of smooths that out. But you never really get beyond losing someone you love. You just kind of learn to live with it. But anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and I hope New Year's Day starts out a good time for everyone. I appreciate you guys. I cannot stress that enough, and I really appreciate all you guys who are following along these little crazy adventures. My goal for myself is to finish this chair and make a video, or throughout video, you know, have videos throughout time just working on this chair. All right, everybody. Y'all take care. Happy New Year.